They are talking about modular buildings, they are talking about circular economy in construction, they are talking about zero carbon. I am talking about prefabricated houses.
Today, I have the pleasure to welcome in the studio Sarmis Calotescu, who is an entrepreneur and the CEO of Inovamat. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure. I invited Sarmis because I think right now it's very important to hear what entrepreneurs have to say. And maybe can you start explaining what is your company actually doing?
So my company, Inovamat Lux, it's a small construction company. We started in 2022, in August. We are specialized in installing ventilated facade and curtain walls. And we are 12 in the company. We have had quite an adventure so far. But I'm happy. It's been almost 2 years and we are still on the market and the clients are happy with us.
So just for people who don't know what is a ventilated facade, you build the building, is it concrete or?
It can be concrete, wall, wood.
Or wood or whatever. Then you put some isolation and then you have some elements who are protecting the facade basically.
Yes, they are beautifying the facade.
Also making them look really good. You can pick the color and everything. Very good. So what I'm interested about, you started your company in 2022. So let's start with all the good sides. What did you like with your journey to start a company in Luxembourg?
Well, I was used to it already because I already had some experience with administration in 2015. I'm independent since 2015. So the only thing that I noticed is that it took a very, very long time.
How long did it take you between the request for the authorization and the agreement?
About 3 months and a half.
Okay, which sounds okay, no?
It's more or less, considering that I already had the authorizations on my name.
Okay.
So what took a little bit longer is having a bank account.
Okay.
That was a challenge.
Is it because you did not have a track record?
I don't know, but nobody gives you any explanation or nobody explains you how to do or what to do to be accepted as a client.
You just wait.
Yes.
And we know this has been a massive issue. We also know that after what happened recently, things are supposed to improve. Politicians jumped into it and they are asking banks to really do their job, to answer, to be more relentless in welcoming new clients. So I think what you experienced 2 years ago is now improving. Now, you already did some companies before in Romania.
Yes.
So when you compare, what do you think could be improved in Luxembourg?
It depends from which point of view you look at things, I believe.
From the entrepreneur point of view, who wants to create jobs, pay a lot of taxes to Luxembourg.
Yeah, or sometimes it's forced to do so. No, in Luxembourg, for entrepreneurs, I see that there are a lot of programs to help us, startup programs. We have a lot of entities here in Luxembourg focused on that. But for me, I found since 2015, because I started going to House of Entrepreneurship and I don't know, all the other hubs for startups in 2015 with several ideas, I'm not eligible. No matter what I want to do, it's okay, but we do not do this, we do not do that.
So you feel that there's a lot of organization, but that the criteria to qualify are not clear enough or are too difficult to achieve?
No, because for example, when I started in Inovamat in 2022, we had the possibility to ask for 2 loans. One, if I remember well, it was from Chambre de Commerce. It's not much, 5,000 euro without interest for 2 years. And then was Microlux, that they have a program, they finance 25,000 euro. But that's a private loan of the administrator of the company. And even if all the criteria were met, the first one said that the company was too big already. So 3 months after the creation, 4 months, in January 2023, we were 21 people. And they said, no, you are too big, don't qualify. And Microlux, they said that we don't qualify. I don't know why.
Okay, similar experience. And when you compare with Romania, the company you started there was a few years ago. Do you think it was easier, or is it just something that is common in Europe, that all the administration have programs which are difficult to use?
The situation is really, really different, because at that time, I'm talking about 2004, when I started my entrepreneurial activity, Romania didn't have any kind of problem, actually, program to finance. And but in Romania you have a lot more opportunities. So
yeah, more buildings to build.
More buildings to build. The population is almost 20 million. So if you compare, it's a lot more.
Where I don't really understand is you're in a very critical industry right now, construction, and we know that Luxembourg needs thousands of new apartments and houses every year to accommodate for people arriving in the country. We have people like you already hired some people, are willing to work. Why is it difficult? Is it that there's no project, or is it you feel that there's not enough competition?
Well, I believe Luxembourg is very expensive in terms of. I look at real estate developers, and I believe they are not willing to help.
They want to maintain high prices.
High prices, high margins.
Also, yes.
And for us, being in the final stage of the building, as you know, any project has a budget. So when we get on site, the budget is already exceeded. So they try to squeeze everything, and everything. It's not easy. On the other hand, I believe it's very expensive because the way a project in construction is organized in Luxembourg, it's like a trial and error. So you do something, and 1 week later you have to come back and change it because the architect will change his mind, and this also brings a lot of extra cost.
And you're not paid for this extra job?
No. If we are not paid, we are not doing them. But
okay, it creates a lot of difficulties.
It creates higher prices. I think there are solutions to build cheaper, but
what would these solutions be?
They are talking about modular buildings. They are talking about circular economy in construction. They are talking about zero carbon. I am talking about prefabricated houses. They do it them already in wood, but I believe in light steel structures. It's a lot better. We should preserve our forests, even if the wood, the trees grow.
So basically, you have a field. You have to do not the basement, but the.
No, not even.
Not even.
No, because I've been looking into this for a few years. Being a light structure, it can be founded on screw piles.
Okay, you just put them in the ground.
Exactly, and those screw piles can be even the height of the story, so you can have the garage or garden. So basically, you don't need to touch the land unless for electricity, water, and all that stuff.
So in this case, you order the module from somewhere in the world?
It can be the module that you order. It can be wall by wall. It can be element by element, and you just assemble it on site. It's, in my opinion, it's the fastest and easiest way.
And can you pile them on top of each other, like make multiple stories, or is it just one?
Yes, you can go up to 4 or 5 stories.
Okay, so it's really a modular solution. Give me a field, I'll make. I'll just assemble the existing apartment or house in a few days. I would imagine.
It's about, let's say, a 200 square meter house can be built. The structure I'm talking, closed with wooden panels on the outside and inside in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yes.
So what is missing? Is it a political will? Is it the existing leaders of the market who are not interested in this kind of cheaper construction?
I haven't seen this kind of building system here in Luxembourg, and people are reticent to change to new things. Mm-hmm. They prefer wood, which does more or less the same thing. But if you really take the time and look into detail how the building process is, you will see that you eliminate 95% of the machinery on site. So
of course.
No more dust for the neighbor, no more noise for the neighbor, less money spent on authorizations for the cranes and scaffolding and things like this. People are reticent, they don't know the solution. And the project is not to buy it forever in some other country, it's to produce it here. We have metal here, we have
wood, we have metal, we have everything, it's true. And yes, it's surely ringing a bell because we know that there are fields in Luxembourg. I have in mind Kokelscheuer, of course. Kirchberg has a massive field in front of RTL. And it's true that a lot of people wonder why we're not coming up with something faster. We see online some 3D printed houses. Well, prefabricated could be already a way to accelerate and solve our housing issues. So food for thought. I would like to thank you for taking the time to visit the studio and wish you good luck with your company.
Thank you very much.